Salute and welcome to the Stories and Cocktails podcast, where you will enjoy an entertaining short story from acclaimed humor columnist Rob Kreider. Story time is the family portion of the show. Then we move on from the stories to the cocktails. This is where the alcohol and the not safe for work portion of the show takes over, as Rob and his wife /editor /muse Sara Kreider partake in some adult beverages and provide you with a behind the scenes recap of what really inspired the original story. Put your feet up, relax, and enjoy yourself a round of stories and cocktails. Cheers.
This article is called Hot for Teacher by Rob Kreider. Hey, that's me. My wife's name is Mrs. Kreider. That may seem obvious since she's married to me, a guy whose last name happens to be Kreider, but that isn't at all what I'm getting at. You see, Mrs. Kreider is her teacher name. My wife, whom I love, the woman who thinks she can fit a water heater into the trunk of a Hyundai, she teaches children geometry. Yes, the same woman who can't figure out where west is while standing on the beach next to the Pacific Ocean, she actually molds the minds of children. The future fate of our nation's youth rests in my wife's hands. I'm not worried for one bit. The reason I'm not worried is because the school has a policy that neither of her own children can be enrolled in her classroom. She won't be teaching my kids anything. As far as the other kids are concerned, well, that's what Google and YouTube is for. There are plenty of videos on YouTube that can teach kids the quadratic equation, and there are also lots and lots of cat videos. Who doesn't love a good cat video to divert us from our real-life problems, or to distract us and keep us from learning anything useful, like mathematics? You must know I only joke around and say these things about my wife because in reality, she is incredibly intelligent, which is a good thing, because being a teacher is a very difficult job. The world is lucky that my wife, who is really smart, has chosen to teach. She certainly didn't become a teacher because she thought it would make her rich. She decided to teach so she can make a difference. Well, she did it to make a difference and to have summers off. Her motto is, I don't work in July. This motto / mantra / lifestyle of hers has caused some occasional issues at our house. Hey honey, could you help me take out this recycling? I don't work in July. Oh, okay, sweetie. I'll just leave this bag of cans in the hallway and check back with you in August. I will admit that it seems like being a teacher is incredibly taxing, and the times that I have been lucky enough to see my wife in action inside her classroom have given me an enormous amount of respect for the teaching profession. To show my appreciation for what she does, every year before school starts, I go to her classroom and help her set it up. My job is staple and spit wad removal. I'll admit, it isn't glamorous work, but somebody has to do it. I want my wife to begin every year with a fresh start and a spotless classroom to help shape young minds in. Now, my helping does come with a few caveats. I want the room to look a certain way, a sort of anal retentive way. I like things square, neat, and symmetrical. My wife is more of a, staple it over there on the wall, nobody cares if the posters are crooked. This drives me crazy. I try to explain to her, honey, if you hang this poster crooked, it will be a distraction to the kids. She tells me, no it won't, doesn't distract me one bit. I explain to her, honey, there are going to be kids who have the same sensibilities as I do, and while you're lecturing about integers, they aren't going to hear a word you're saying because the only thing their mind, eyes, and every bone in their body will be contemplating is, why didn't Mrs. Kreider just hang that poster up straight? Give these poor kids a chance. She just said, nah. I asked, what do you mean, nah? It will take 3 more seconds just to hang this poster up straight and correct. Do it for the kids. She tells me, it's fine. Really? I ask. Is it fine when little Johnny only does half of his homework? Do you give him an A when he only does partial work? She told me, of course not. Then why can't you just take a little bit longer, do the full work, and hang this poster straight for little Johnny? She explained to me, kids don't care if my posters are straight. The only thing they care about is that I let them out for lunch on time, and they love it if I occasionally show them a YouTube video about a cat. I begged her, just let me do it then. I'll hang everything up, I'll do it with a measuring tape and a level, and I'll make sure it's right. She said, go ahead, waste your time. Half these posters won't survive the first week of school. I restaple them up constantly. I don't have time to waste making sure they're straight for crazy people like yourself. Of course you have the time. You have all of July to do it. She reminded me, I told you, I don't work in July. Well, she and the other teachers may not work in July, but I will admit they do work very, very hard the rest of the year. My hat is off to all the teachers right now in this year's back-to-school effort. I know you folks work hard all year, Well, except for, of course, summer, winter break, spring break, all the government holidays, any weekends, and a couple of sick days thrown in here and there. Just kidding. Go get them, shape those young minds, and please, while you're at it, teach them how large a water heater is and how it will not fit inside the trunk of a car. By the way, this year I purchased a map for my wife's classroom to help her remember her north, east, south, and west, or as my teacher taught me, never eat soggy waffles, and my wife hung up that map crooked.
Okay, folks, it's time to pop that top and let's get to those cocktails.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Stories and Cocktails podcast, coming to you live on tape from a room I masturbate in. This is my personal office, and we're recording a show here because we're home. We're never usually home, and we are today.
Oh, that was a lot of information. Almost too much information. Is it where I'm sitting right now? Like, do I need to wipe my chair down before I sit down to podcast?
Do you want to get pregnant?
I don't understand why you would masturbate in this room when we have like a super comfortable bed and bedroom and, no judgment. And I clean the sheets pretty regularly. Here now, I don't know. You're left to your own devices. I don't know what's sticky, what's not.
I mean, I think that's the actual definition of masturbation, when you're left to your own devices.
But I'm just saying you could be left to your own devices in the bedroom where I clean the sheets.
But you're in there playing like some kind of Candy Crush game.
Yeah, I don't bother you. You don't bother me.
It's distracting to me when you have so much time for these dumb games, but not enough time to play with my penis.
Well, if your penis produced little candies that I merged together to get a high score, then maybe.
I'm going to work on that. I've got to find a way to gamify my penis. Because if I can give a bonus, you were a winner.
You give a bonus is just not something I'm looking for.
You're not looking for that?
I was looking for that exactly twice. I got a son and a daughter, and that was good enough.
That's all you needed.
Yeah, that's all I needed.
Well, it worked.
The rest of that, it's just been wasted on me and wasted on this furniture, apparently.
And on the floor in this room.
In the room, yeah. Okay, so yes, we're in this room goes by many names. We're in the podcast studio. We're in your jerking off room. But this room, no matter what we call it by any name, it's in Fresno. And it's 115 degrees outside right now. And you made me turn the AC off so that it doesn't interrupt the production value. We've only been recording for like 2 minutes. I'm so fucking hot. I can't stop sweating. I can't podcast right now. But never fear. I dug up some old shit. 2 years ago, we were in Vegas. We were just in Vegas. Like, no one will know the difference. It's the same.
It's July in Vegas. Who gives a fuck?
I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about you jacking off because that seems to be the only thing we know how to talk about. Let's just play this old shit. The only thing that's confusing about it is that I was a teacher. Was I I don't even remember. Did I used to do something?
I remember you were a bad teacher.
Oh, you actually say that. You actually say that in the recording. Everyone's like, oh my God, I can't believe you retired so young. And I'm like, well, you do your career for 15 years with your partner and your best friend in the whole wide world telling you fucking suck at it. You're going to have some insecurity about it. You're going to get out as soon as you fucking can.
You suck at teaching.
Yeah. So later when you're just like, we could use your paycheck right now, listen to this fucking recording and you'll know the undermining that you did of my career for 15 years. You deserve to have an unemployed spouse.
All right, I want to hear this shit.
Yeah,
Let's play.
That's what you get.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Hey, welcome to Stories and Cocktails. We are in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, day drinking. We've had quite an adventure today, which I'm sure we'll get into. We're going to talk about a story called Hot for Teacher, published August 13th, 2014, the Santa Maria Sun. I'm drinking a Diet Captain Kokobu. You're drinking a...
Diet Cherry Coke cocktail. I think that's what we were calling them.
With a Sky Cherry vodka.
Sky Cherry with Diet Coke.
Very, very good. Low calories. And let me tell you some shit you don't know about this story.
But first, before you say what story it is, I see that you wrote your notes on our Thunder from Down Under QR code.
But I didn't cover up the QR code.
Okay, so we still need that. We don't have those
because you're still going to
yet.
be able to get these pictures where you are drunk and draped across shirtless men.
Okay.
Raging on steroids and gay.
Wait, they're raging on steroids or I am at this point?
No, well, you're raging on hormones. They're raging on steroids.
Oh, right. Gotcha. Then we were a perfect match.
It was. I mean, well, no one was going to get harmed here unless you were chest hair. That's going to get destroyed.
Okay, tell them what story it is.
I already did tell them. You missed it.
No, you didn't. I interrupted you. Play it back. I swear to God you didn't read it and say it.
And 1, 2, 3. We're going to talk about a story called Hot for Teacher.
You were right, and I was wrong.
Oh my gosh. Thank goodness it's here on recording. You said I was right.
Yes.
And you were wrong.
You had read what story it was going to be.
Officially, it's on the record. I was right one time in my fucking life. I think I should tape us all the time. Married men, take note. tape yourselves, and then just play it back. Oh, by the way, the women, they don't like it. They don't like it when you play the tape back, and you were fucking right. They get mad at you. They're like, how dare you fucking tell me I was wrong.
I didn't get mad. I said, I didn't. I said, oh shit. Oh shit. That's what I said. It wasn't like an angry oh shit. It was just like, oh shit. I fucked up.
It's all good, man. We're going to talk about how you fuck up. In the story, which you always say that, people say that these stories are exaggerations. This story has one very specific thing that is not an exaggeration. You went to Home Depot to get a water heater for a full-size tract home, suburban home, and you thought you could take that water heater and put it in the trunk of your Hyundai, the small Hyundai. You purchased the water heater and you made an employee of Home Depot bring it out to the parking lot, and then you showed him your car and you said, put it in the trunk.
Yeah, that happened.
He was looking for cameras. He probably thought, he's like, oh, I'm on Punk'd. This is Candid Camera. There's no way this woman really thinks I can get this massive fucking water heater box into the trunk of another roof of the trunk.
Yes, that 100% happened. Now, I have two versions, and I will tell you both of them, okay?
Mm-hmm.
One of them is I looked up the capacity of the trunk of a Hyundai. I looked it up online, like in cubic feet, what is the capacity of the trunk? And then I looked up in cubic feet, what is the capacity of the water heater. Now, what I didn't take into account, because the trunk is definitely larger by volume than the water heater box. But just because it's larger by volume doesn't necessarily mean that the dimensions all line up. So yes, I failed to think about the dimensions, that it doesn't matter if the trunk has the capacity to fit, let's just say 100 cubic feet because it's 5 by 2 by 10. If the water heater box is 20 feet long, it's not going to fit. So.
But you teach geometry.
Yeah. No, it's a lesson for all of us.
Listen, I'm going to give you this. I'm proud of you for looking it up. That shows ingenuity. And you're like, you were sitting on your phone. You're like, is this the same? You're like, yes. But then you walked into Home Depot and you grabbed the box. Now you're looking at the box.
Yeah.
And it's staring you in the face. At that point, did you think to yourself, even though my data is indicating these are the same volume, how is this going to fit in my fucking Hyundai?
I thought it might be a tight fit. But I was thinking like diagonally, maybe there was a chance. You know what I mean? Like diagonally. Now, and I still have two things, and I'm still just on number one. Despite what your story says, I am a damn good teacher because I bring real world math into the classroom all the fucking time.
Right.
Even when it's my own real world math fuck up. So one of my favorite days of the year is I come in and I'm like, hey y'all, here's a picture of my Hyundai. You guys all know it's my Hyundai. It's parked out in the parking lot. You guys have all seen it. Here's a picture of the trunk. Here's some information. I don't give them all the information. Here's some information about the water heater. What do you guys think? Can I get the water heater home? And I tell them the whole story, and they play around with dimensions and capacity. And it's a really great lesson on how things can have the exact same volume, but the dimensions can be so different. There's so many different ways you can get length times width times height to equal 100.
An educator and walk kids through a problem-solving situation. Like the game is like, oh, this won't work, but it does work. The reality is, as soon as you show the picture of your Hyundai, and as soon as you show the picture of the water heater, 30 kids went, nope, I know the answer to this. Won't fit. And then you're like, I'm going to teach you for an hour why it won't fit. Everyone's like, I already knew it wouldn't fit.
No.
Everybody knew it wouldn't fit. The guy at Home Depot knew it wouldn't fucking fit.
This is
because
where
you're the only person that thought a fucking water heater would fit in the trunk of a fucking Hyundai.
This is where you are not an educator, sir. So you don't see the beauty of this lesson. You're just like, yeah, 30 kids knew it didn't fit. Like everybody knows shit, right? Try proving shit to someone else. So be the kid that knows. Jesus, Mrs. Kreider is stupid. Like, she really failed on this one. But now, like, take your learning to a whole new level. You have to convince me. I've been telling you how to do shit all year long. You've been sitting in my classroom. I've been the expert. And now you have to tell the expert how she's wrong and convince her that she's wrong. You are going to walk out of there understanding volume and measurement in a way the few people have. I mean, if my teacher had done that for me, I wouldn't have found myself in the fucking Home Depot parking lot doing that shit.
No, I agree with that. You're saying that not only do we have to tell you're wrong, we have to prove it mathematically. You're wrong.
Yes, because creating an argument takes these critical thinking skills to a whole new level. To be able to critique the thought process of others and tweak it and convince them and, come to some kind of collaborative consensus, like these are life skills. Now, I said there were two things. So the first thing, I fucked up. Okay. But the second thing, did I fuck up? Because I actually left the house that morning with one goal. I need to bring a water heater home. Did I get the water heater home?
But no one really knows what you had to do to get it home. I'll never know. As your husband, I don't know what you had to do to get that water heater home.
Did I say to you, honey, I'm going to go get us a water heater? And you were like, go fucking try, bitch. It's not going to fit in that trunk. And I said, come hell or high water, I'm bringing home a fucking water. That was the objective of the day. Yes or no? Did I achieve the day's objective?
It was very awkward.
Did I come home with a water heater? Yes or no?
You came home with a water heater and a new husband.
Yeah, but I got the water heater though.
But it was super awkward when you found a man with a truck to drive your water heater back to our house. And then I was standing in the driveway with our truck, fully able-bodied, next to a truck. And this guy looked at me, he goes like, holy shit, 1, why the fuck am I bringing this bitch's water heater home? 2, Jesus, she's got a husband. And 3, and he's got a fucking pickup truck. What in the fuck is going on here?
But I think that when we pulled up, I think that you actually had like the hood of the truck up. Like it was obvious you were trying to get the truck running and fixed so that you could go get the water.
No, I think I had the tailgate down.
No, you didn't. The hood was up. You were like, I'm trying to fix this truck so I can get this water heater. And then this man was like, no problem. You don't have to. Like, you should probably get your truck running. But in the meantime, your wife
gave me a handy behind Home Depot, and I got this thing home. You've never told me. What did you do? Was it just handy? Oral?
I actually think too. You and him.
Full intercourse?
You and him together.
What did you do?
No, you and he together unloaded the water heater off his truck. So like I didn't even have to lift it.
Well, I kept him there for 6 hours. We installed it together.
That part's not true.
Okay, so that did happen. But let's go back to you being a math teacher. Because today.
Okay, but do you want to know how I got this guy to drive the water heater home?
So you're saying it wasn't a handy?
No, it wasn't.
Oral?
No, it was
full
nothing,
intercourse?
It was nothing sexual.
Anal?
It was something very sexist, but nothing sexual. You men are just so...
We're gentlemen. Damsel in distress. Can't help ourselves.
I mean, I was going to say arrogant, and you guys are just so ready to like save the poor damsel in distress. So see, I orchestrated a moment where I was trying to get a water heater in a Hyundai trunk. And I orchestrated it exactly the same time that this man was leaving Home Depot. I think he was buying like a Bolt or something like that and getting into his truck. And he watched it go down. And I'm sure he was just like,
wow,
this fucking lady, is she fucking kidding me right now? I had to really orchestrate this. So the Home Depot kid is like, I don't think this is going to fit. And I was like, try.
He's part of customer service. He's like, ma'am, I don't think it's going to fit. You're like, try. You actually made him open the trunk lid and try to push it in.
Well, yeah, because the diagonal. I thought maybe if we got it in the diagonal.
Oh my God.
So what you said right now, that's what the man in the truck said. He was like in his truck. He was about to like start the ignition and go home. And he's watching it out of like his rearview mirror. And he's just like.
What he saw was this.
Oh
he goes,
my God.
This girl is dumb. And she thinks this huge water heater can go in the trunk. I think she's so dumb. She probably thinks that my penis will fit in her asshole. That's what I think. She's bad at spatial relationships. I'm going to take this water heater home and I'm going to close the deal full anal.
No.
I know you think I'm being gross, but that's what he did.
No, I don't think you're being gross. I know definitively you are being gross. You just took the fun out of the conversation.
I'm just saying that's what guys are looking for. They're like, I'll help you get this water heater home because you're bad at spatial relationships, so you're probably bad at understanding that, this will be a tight fit. Do you follow me?
Oh, I follow you. You just stopped being funny.
All right, for the record, I lost Mrs. Kreider on this. Let's get back to math. We're in Vegas, and we have another math problem in front of us. The problem is this. My wife, whom I love, likes to go around Vegas and play games. She likes to play Buffalo slots and video poker, and then she gets a little coupon. Now, she doesn't want to bother to cash it in right then. Like, let me get the money out. So we now have 3 coupons for 3 different casinos all across Vegas. So she's had in her purse since our last trip to fucking Vegas. And today she said,
no, since 2 trips ago.
If we go all these places, we can earn $60.72, right?
25 cents.
And I'm like, I'll give you $60.25 not to take this trip because we are not going to end up plus $60.25. You're going to go and get drinks, food, buy more vouchers, more gambling. To earn $60.25 is going to cost me minimum, honestly, $500.
Okay, now wait a minute.
So how are you a math teacher?
That's okay. But
how are you educating the future of our generation's children?
That's not how I see it. How I see it is I'm going to go get my $60.25. Along the way, I'm going to play a little more video poker, drink for free.
Leave those vouchers in your purse for the next
No,
trip?
I'll cash those out too.
Nope.
I'll probably break even. I might even win $20. This is why it's going to cost us money. you're the cooler. While I'm drinking for free, while I'm maybe collecting new vouchers, cashing out vouchers, like basically breaking even on the whole day.
And getting a free drink.
I'm going to have super fun. I'm going to get super drunk for free. I'll break even. I'll probably have $60 in new vouchers for a new adventure next time we come because I keep them. Like, I'm good for it. I bring them back.
True.
But while I'm doing this, while I'm breaking even, you're the cooler. You can sit down at a $5 blackjack table with $100 and you can lose it in 4 minutes. I'm like, I don't even think she dealt enough hands for someone to even lose like $100 at a $5 table in 4 minutes.
Listen, folks, everyone's got their superpower. My superpower is if I go to a casino and I touch a fucking table, it turns into an iceberg and everyone loses, including me.
Yeah.
Craps tables, blackjack, you fucking name it, roulette. I will fucking destroy a table. Now, if you're going to play craps and you're going to play the do not pass line, stand right next to me and make a shitload of money along with the house.
I think this is what we're going to do. Because you said to me, you said, I'll pay you $60 to not have to go. Deal. Give me the $60. You go take a nap. You don't have to go. I'll go collect my $60. I'll break even. I'll take your $60 and I'll play with it.
Then you're going to come back to the hotel room with a guy delivering a water heater.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want
Maybe.
that. I got to stick around with you, keep you from meeting other
Well,
men.
especially because I'm mad at you because that was a stupid, disgusting joke. And I hate, you know what you just did? You just weaponized sex against women. And I don't like that.
I wasn't trying to weaponize
You
it.
did. You did.
Well, I'm
You
sorry.
added
It was
a
inappropriate.
touch of violence. Like, they don't go hand in hand. Like, let's not weaponize sex against women. Now you're thinking about it. You're like, did I do that?
So you're saying this guy was just a nice guy. He was like, oh, this lady, she needs a little help. I have a truck. I'll just give her a ride.
He said, ma'am, do you live close by? And we did. I said, yeah.
You're right around the corner.
I said, right around the corner. And he said, I'll just take it home for you. You're right around the corner. And at this point, we didn't have a water heater. So I hadn't washed my hair for like 4 days. Like, this guy wasn't after anything. I smelt and looked like someone who hadn't washed their hair for like 4 days, who hadn't showered. I mean, I think I was like dipping into the hot tub to try to just rinse off. I was disgusting. I was distraught. I just wanted the water heater. When he's like, I'll drive it home, my biggest fear was not that he was going to sodomize me when we got back to our house. My biggest fear was that he was going to drive off with our water heater. He was like, I'll follow you home. So I looked in the rearview mirror and I read backwards his license plate over and over and over and over and over again the entire drive home, so that if at any point he turned the other way and drove off with my water heater, at least I had
Does everyone know
plate
a
memorized.
man's master plan is like, if I go to the parking lot of Home Depot, eventually be a girl dumb enough to try to put a water heater in a fucking Hyundai trunk, and then I can steal it.
And then my other big fear was like, okay, if he actually gets this water heater back to our house, he's going to see that we have a truck parked in the fucking driveway and I have to somehow
With
explain.
an extremely able husband.
Yeah. But I woke up and I was like, yeah, I'm going to put you on the spot now. I was like, listen,
Here we go.
man of the house, right now, there are two things fucking broken. The truck is fucking broken. The water heater is fucking broken.
I'm like, yeah, I got to fix the truck and I'll fix the water heater.
I need
One
both
before
of
the other.
those fixed immediately.
It was 110 degrees in Fresno. Too hot to fix trucks or water heaters.
And you were just like, yeah, I know, I'll get to it. There's like a Formula One race on it. And I was like, I haven't washed my hair in 4 fucking days, dude. How many times do you want me to bathe in the spa? Like, I'm getting a fucking water heater.
All right, Hot Rod, go get a fucking water heater with a Hyundai.
So thankfully, when I was like,
You did fucking prove me wrong. You did get that fucker home.
I'm getting this goddamn water heater, that motivated you to at least go out into the driveway and at least
Make
put
it look
the hood
good.
up on the truck.
Make it look like I tried to fix
and
it.
make it look like were trying to fix
I
the
probably
truck.
did fix it. I don't know. Did I?
The truck at that point had like a non-op on it for like 9 months. It hadn't been started. It wasn't running.
It was having a rough time.
It was just a forgotten hunk of metal in the driveway because you were like busy with your race car. And the thing is that your race car didn't need to be trailered anywhere. Like, the truck was going to sit there on a non-op until you needed it to trailer the race car.
Right.
And it just turned out that I needed the water heater
I had
first.
the motorhome to pull the race car trailer, so fuck the truck.
Well, you should have taken the motorhome to get me the fucking water heater, so I didn't have to have a stranger do
Well,
it.
we'll get back to this. You can't fit a fucking water heater through a motorhome door.
Oh, shit. You know, I'm going to look up the dimensions online. I got something else to say about this story.
You got something else to say about
I
it?
got something else to say about this
Say
story.
something for me.
Okay. So, at the school that I teach, we are an international baccalaureate school.
While you're telling the story, I've found out that in this particular hotel we're in, I can get a drink while listening to you tell a really great story.
Really?
Yeah, go.
All right. But I need you to hear it too because you've never heard it before. Okay. You still have the headphones
So
on. You can hear
this is another volume dimension issue. I'm wearing a set of headphones, folks. I have a cord that's 6 feet long. I'm going to go 2 feet from the mixing board here. My wife's concerned that I might not get to hear the story. This incredibly interesting and fascinating story.
Oh, mean. Mean. Maine. Okay, so I work at a international baccalaureate school, and what that means is that means that we're just a little better than your average school. If you really want to know, look it up online. The other thing that it means, my principal says you have to have the world map displayed somewhere in your room.
Part of my story.
And the world map. Yeah. Then we have these things called IB learner profile traits. And so we teach the kids like be kind, be reflective, be balanced. Well, there's 10 of them.
Is this story going to get funny in any minute here? I'm
Yes.
still making my drink.
Fuck you. Okay, so there's 10 IB learner profile traits. I gotta have the world map. And then we also do this thing about puzzle pieces. Like we theme everything like puzzle pieces because you put all the pieces together and they make a whole. So I decide
I'm still waiting for it to be funny.
I decide to take the map and cut it into puzzle pieces. Well, I can't figure out how to cut the map into 10 puzzle pieces. Oh, because I'm going to put the IB learner profile traits on each puzzle piece. So I just go, fuck it. And I cut it. And I get 12 puzzle pieces out of the map. Then I put the IB learner profile traits on 10 of the puzzle pieces. I go laminate them. 2 of the pieces I fuck up. So now I have 10 puzzle pieces hanging up on the wall.
Jesus Christ, does this story have a fucking end?
Yes.
I got a new drink here.
So the puzzle, they look really, really, really cute. Each puzzle piece is part of the whole world map. They've got the profile traits, kindness, reflective, open-minded, blah, blah, blah. So they hung on my wall for 2 years. I'm getting there. They hung on my wall for 2 years.
Please land this fucking plane.
So it's the last week of school, and I pull them all down because I'm going to redo my room because we're going to paint it this year. So I take everything down, and I've got these 10 puzzle pieces, and I say to the kids, hey, has anyone been staring at this all year wondering if this puzzle pieces actually fit together? Like, now's your chance, because now it's off the wall, so you can put the puzzle together. I said it jokingly. I swear to God, there were only 27 kids in the room, and 32 hands went up. Like, kids from previous years.
This is why I told you not to hang the fucking posters up crooked, because these fucking kids are getting so distracted by this shit.
So they run in, and they're like, oh my God, Mrs. Kreider, I've been staring at those all year long.
I've been trying to tell you this shit.
So they're like, can we please put them together? So I hand them all 10 puzzle pieces. I say, put it together. It's the world map. Put it together. Well, I already knew the answer. Sure enough, you put this fucking thing together. There's 2 puzzle pieces missing because it's 10 and there's supposed to be 12.
You're a terrible teacher.
I know.
You're fucking up people's lives.
I know. And they were like,
they learned nothing in your class. The whole time they're like, this probably won't work.
They were like, are you kidding me? There's 2 pieces missing. And then like, there's like that super, super, super smart kid. And he's like, I freaking knew it. I knew New Delhi was missing.
Shit would not work.
You are missing an entire, 4 countries from this map. So I did land the fucking plane. It took me a long time to get there, but there had to be like a lot of like context set up.
So all you did was prove me correct in my story.
Well, yeah.
This shit that you do as a teacher, you're a very, very beautifully minded, intelligent person who does care about kids, but you have a different kind of mindset because you're very smart. You need help with dumb kids like me out. Don't let us be distracted by a crinkled up, crooked fucking poster or a world map puzzle that will never fucking be solved. Like, you want people to know in mathematics, you can solve it. So for you to be a mathematics teacher and have a puzzle up there with the world on it that's unsolvable, that's dark.
It wasn't a puzzle of the world. It was decoration.
No, it was a puzzle of the world map that you decided was decoration and the rest of the kids decided to try to solve and knew they couldn't solve it, which was distracting to them.
All right.
Let's talk about the 3 things you don't do. Going to my notes. Mrs. Kreider has 3 things she doesn't do. First one we all know here. Work in July? Nope. Not going to do it. Sushi? Nope. I had some of the best sushi in my life today in Henderson, Nevada. She said nope. And then last night in Vegas, some good friends wanted to go on an adventure with us. Strip clubs? Nope. Not going to do it. You are not very flexible.
Mm-mm.
I begged you today. I'm like, I've married you for 25 years. I know what you like. I know what your taste buds like. You have changed my diet and you've made me skinnier and happier. Let me share a wonderful thing.
The listeners thought you were going to say that you were begging me to go to strip clubs.
No. I was
begging
begging
me
you
to eat.
I wanted you to eat 1 piece of sushi.
Yeah. No.
I wasn't trying to beg you to go to a strip club. I told our friends, she's not going to go. They're like, no, man, the girls are like, we'll talk her into it. I'm like, you will not. It's not going to happen. Don't waste your time. She's not going. I know she's hot and she's fun and she's drunk and she's agreeable and she's going to tell you and nod and laugh and take shots and fucking woohoo and play woo girl, but she ain't going to that fucking strip club. She's not going to do it.
I am the most agreeable, unagreeable, unflexible person. Like, that's
you
the
are,
thing.
yeah. You sell yourself as agreeable.
I know.
But the reality is you fucking are not.
Other people.
You do not do anything
other
you don't
people
want to
will
do.
say, oh, Sarah's so agreeable. She's so flexible. She's down for anything. Like, She's so easygoing.
I know better.
It took 25 years to get to know me. And then you realize, like, wait a minute, this chick is pulling off the biggest fucking scam ever. She's not flexible in any way. Like, she's not going to do anything she doesn't want to fucking do.
I know. No, you don't.
Well, I know what I like.
It's true. It's true. You have your ways.
I like fun shit.
That's
People
why
should do the fun shit I like.
That's why we call it Sara Town, everybody. My wife lives in a place called Sara Town.
Yeah.
All things according to Sarah, going Sarah way, doing Sarah things on Sarah's timeline. That's why I haven't had fucking breakfast in 25 years, because Sarah doesn't like breakfast. Breakfast? Nope. We don't leave hotel rooms until after 11 because that's when breakfast is no longer served.
I'm not going to apologize for this because I live with you in Sara Town. You have some complaints, but I'm telling you, Sara Town.
Yes, I do have some complaints about Sara Town.
Sara Town is the
I would like
greatest
to get rid of the
place
mayor
I've ever
of
lived.
Sara Town. I'm sure it is for you.
It's almost like
Of
Sara
course it is
Town
for
was
you.
created
Just for you.
for me.
Shocking. Sarah, no age. Sara Town.
Here's the thing in Sara Town, they serve fucking sushi. You can eat all the sushi you want. Just, I don't want to eat it. I don't want to eat it. Today was the perfect.
You know what's also in Sara Town? There's a strip club right outside the city limits, and you can see it, but you can't get there.
But you can. Other people can.
I cannot.
You cannot.
Yes. No, but we had a good friend of ours last night who drug you to a bathroom at the Chandelier Bar at Cosmo. And she's like, I'm going to go talk her into it. And I just laughed in her face. I'm like, girl, you have no idea what you're up against. It's not going to happen.
It's way too much money to spend on something that's just going to make me feel awkward and uncomfortable.
Yeah. So I want to go back into more jokes that you hate or find inappropriate. Is there an intersection here where you don't like sushi and you don't like strip clubs? Is that like a same?
Why is that an inappropriate joke?
Now that you don't get it.
Because you're talking about fish
Yeah.
and pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not even going to dignify that.
I figured you wouldn't, but the listeners wanted to hear me say it. It was right there at the net. I had to fucking do it.
Nah.
Yeah. In Sara Town, we don't approve of jokes like that about anal
Sara
sex and vagina sex and fish and shit.
We do not laugh about fish and pussy jokes. You getting a call there?
No, our friends are at the airport and they're,
Is their flight delayed?
they're bummed. Sorry, y'all. There's a reason we don't always fly out of Vegas on a Sunday. Oh, when I say always, we never do. Because in Sara Town, there are no flights out of Vegas on Sunday.
No, because it's too crowded. You don't drive out of Vegas. You don't look. You don't leave Vegas on a Sunday. You just don't.
Do you guys realize how fucking difficult my life is being fucking, I'm vice mayor of Sara Town? I'm not even the mayor. I'm just the vice mayor living in fucking Sara Town. No even vote on the city council. Just a passenger, unwilling passenger on Sara Town.
It goes like this. Sir, your complaint or your suggestion, it was heard and it will be considered.
Duly noted.
Duly noted.
Wouldn't put that in the Sara Town suggestion box. It's funny, your suggestion box, when I put stuff in it, it sounds like a paper shredder. I'm like, why is it every time I put something in the Sara Town suggestion box, I just hear a
You will get an email in 7 to 10 business days saying like receipt of, we accepted it, we considered it, and ultimately what our decision was.
I need to do a recall vote. Let's oust Mayor Sarah Karen.
Here's the thing that fucking sucks for you, dude, is you can leave.
No sushi, no breakfast, no strip clubs?
No, listen. You can leave.
Because that does suck.
No, I got a fucking punchline here. You can leave Sara Town any day you want. You can only take 50% of your income.
That's a heavy tax to leave Sara Town.
Yeah. The other half of your income stays behind in Sara Town.
You know what I'm going to do? Sushi, strip clubs, breakfast, fucking Vegas flights on a Sunday. There's so many things that are great when you're not in Sara Town.
Unfortunately, I don't know that you can afford all of those things with only half of your income.
Road racing's been outlawed in Sara Town too recently.
Okay, you can't just come running into Sara Town and be like, hey, I forgot to tell you what happened when I was in Texas. I got fucking crashed. I shit my pants. It was the scariest thing. I didn't tell you. I swore everybody else to secrecy because it was so fucking scary. I knew if you knew, you would put the kibosh on my racing forever. And then you're like, please put the kibosh on my racing forever. I can't do it alone. I'm so scared. It was so frightening. I fucking saw Elvis. And I know I usually say I fucking saw Elvis. And I never meant it before. This time I really saw Elvis.
It wasn't in Texas.
And by Elvis, I was facing the wrong way on the track and cars were coming at me. And I was just praying that these drivers were driving defensively enough to fucking avoid sending me to my death.
They didn't.
Please outlaw road racing.
This sounds
Sara
like
Town.
something you think you heard. You misheard it.
That's what I heard. That's what you told me. It wasn't in Texas?
My wreck?
Yeah.
No, this cry for help.
Texas,
I was
sabotage.
I was sabotaged in Texas.
Okay, where was your crash?
Buttonwillow.
Which
I was
is
on
also
fire.
where you caught on fire.
Yeah.
Different race.
Different weekends. Yeah. But I was also in Texas. I was chewing medicine to keep myself from getting vertigo. Like they were M&M candies in the race car.
To keep yourself out of the hospital.
Just so I wouldn't get dizzy while racing.
Yeah.
I won the national championship, by the way,
Okay.
while doing that.
So let's summarize what we just said in the last 8 seconds. We're like trying to keep it straight. Okay, wait.
Where were you on fire? What was the wreck?
When were you crushing pills and doing lines of prescription meds to keep you from having vertigo so you can keep racing? And when were you sabotaged? And when were you on fire? And when was the wreck? Like, those are 4 different...
It wasn't the sabotage. It's just I had to take off my racing harness at 130 miles an hour to bend down to pick up a piece of metal that someone put in my floorboard and then throw it out the window like a Frisbee and then put my racing harnesses back on before I hit the next corner.
You go like this. It wasn't sabotage. I just had to remove the dangerous fucking piece of metal that someone else...
Well, it was
put
going
in
to go
my
underneath
race
my
car.
brake pedal, which is very dangerous for
But
everybody.
who put it in your race car?
We don't know.
Saboteur.
We assume. We don't know where it came from.
Okay. All right. Anyways, that's 4 different instances of this particular hobby is too fucking dangerous for
Of
residents
Sara Town.
of Sara Town.
So Sara Town is outlawed wheel-to-wheel road racing.
Yes.
Man. Am I about to be banished from Sara Town? This is the kindness that I spread in Sara Town. Last night, I went to Lush. I bought a sleep massage bar, and I put you in your beautifully comfortable bed in Vegas with an overlook of the fucking Bellagio sprinkler show. And I fucking massaged you with that massage bar, and you fell asleep. Wasn't that kind of me?
That was what I didn't know when we were down in Lush, because we're staying at the Alara. It's attached to the Miracle Mile. The Miracle Mile has a Lush, and we go to Lush so we can get a bath bomb because we got the
So we got the big
jetted
jacuzzi tub, fucking bomb.
And you said in Lush, you kind of got your slimy voice on. I mean, this girl is like
Nice.
20.
That's great.
She's like 24 years old. She's trying to upsell us some shit. She's like, "Would you like to buy the massage bar?" Yes, I would like to buy them. So you're like, "Honey, I got a massage bar for you." Like,
Yeah, but that was
got
free.
the
I wasn't
massage
like
bar.
telling her. I
No,
was using my creepy voice. I'm like, this is for my wife. I'm going to take my wife right upstairs and I'm going to rub her back with this thing.
Okay, maybe.
And you're making me a bad guy?
Maybe
What?
you didn't-
Sara Town is an impossible place
No,
to
okay,
live.
'cause not-
I was giving you the greatest gift
Okay.
last night.
You're like, I got this massage bar. And then everyone in Lush was just grossing it up. And because Ariel was like, don't use it on your cooter. It'll burn. I'm like, I wasn't thinking about using the Lush. I mean, that's why I have coconut oil in the room. Like, that's already tried and true. And I'm not going to use the Lush massage bar, you know? And so it was just, there was like a whole massage bar equals sex vibe. And why wouldn't it? Like, this is a beautiful room. If you can't get laid in this room, you can't get laid anywhere.
Last night, I
You know
could
what I'm
not
saying?
get laid in this
Well,
room.
okay, but that's the punchline. So
I couldn't get it.
you're using the massage bar, and I have never been more relaxed in my fucking life. I was just like,
In my foolishness, I bought the sleep
I know.
massage
Oh, my
bar,
God.
and it fucking worked. You went right to sleep.
I'm so relaxed. And then I'm just like, oh, the scents are so good. Like the aromatherapy, like this is therapizing me, this aroma into something.
Therapizing. That's a
And
new
then
word.
I was
Nice.
like, why am I so tired? I am so tired. And then I smelled hints of lavender. And I know lavender is like a sleepy time aroma.
Oh, nice.
So then I said to you, like, I think the last thing I said to you was like, babe,
Before you went unconscious,
I was like, what flavor is this massage
I'm like,
bar?
it's called Rohypnol. I just roofied your
Why
drink.
am I so tired? And then that's when you go, no, it's called the sleep bar, babe. I bought the sleep bar. And then I was like, oh, then this is what I'm supposed to do. This is the gift that you bought. I thought it was sexy time. It was sleepy time. I went right to sleep. Like, that's what you bought. That's the effect it had on me. And I had a phenomenal night's sleep. And I woke up and my skin has never felt more lush. You see what I did there?
Well, I'm just saying. Sounds like I had a great evening.
Lush, because we bought it at Lush.
No, because I
No, my
massaged you.
my skin is.
'Cause I did the work. I did the work.
Felt more lush.
You can't rub that shit in your own back. Your arms don't even reach
No,
that far.
I couldn't.
You needed a strong man to
I
do
did.
that.
I did.
I didn't see those fucking Thunder from Down Under dudes doing it. I did it.
That you didn't. But it had the desired effect. It put me right to sleep.
It did.
I'm going to expect that every night now. I can take melatonin, or you can just give up 7 or 8 minutes of your life.
No, that was a 30-minute massage. You fucking fell asleep.
Oh, you should not have done it for 30 minutes because I was asleep by 6 minutes.
Jesus
So the other
Christ.
24 was just, I don't know what you were doing.
When I'm reincarnated, I want to be the mayor of Sara Town. It sounds wonderful. I don't work in July. You just massage me till I fall asleep. This sounds fucking great. You know, they say that thing that's like, I just want to live the life that I provided to my children. I just want to live the life that I see my wife enjoy.
On that note, the mayor of Sara Town has requested your presence in a couple of weeks in her classroom. We're going to be painting it this year.
Not only do I got to get rid of staples and spit wads, full paint.
Yeah.
I will only do it if you recognize at this moment on this show that there are some students who might be distracted by crooked posters and puzzles that don't have a solution. I'm looking after the youth of America. Let me give you my perspective. It's very different than yours. I'm only going to follow your lead, but hey, I'm going to ask for a few adjustments and everyone will be happy for it. That's the cost of my labor.
Okay. Now, let me give you the other side. All right.
Okay. Mayor of Sara Town is
All right.
speaking.
Now, we can paint it quickly and sloppily, like where we don't tape shit up because we don't care. It's not our house. It's my fucking classroom.
I will do that the right way. I will
And
tape it up and do it correctly.
Because we do it quickly,
We're not going to do that.
we might get paint some places that we didn't mean to get paint. And
That's
then
not happening.
we're going to have to hang a poster, maybe sort of crooked, to cover up some of the painting mistakes.
I'm not going to make
And
painting
so-
mistakes. I'm going to take my time and do it right.
We hang up the posters quickly. Who gives a shit if they're crooked? And we're out of there
I give a shit.
in a couple hours, right?
Nope.
Because we're working for free. So we can be in and out of there in a few hours. Paint looks good. Crooked posters look like kind of like a
I don't care
thing.
if we're working for free. I don't care if we're paying for it out of our own pocket.
Or
It's my job to help the community by making sure that when their children come into your classroom,
it's
they
gonna,
feel welcome.
the way you want to do it is going to take like 8 days.
Yeah, and I'll give up 8 days for
Ugh.
the community. I'll give it up for your school. I'll give it up for the children.
Ugh. You're probably going to want to use primer.
Yeah, you got to prime it.
You're probably going to want to do like 3 coats.
At least 2.
Oh, God damn it. All right, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll just give you the keys to my classroom. You can tell me when it's done.
Should I slave in your classroom all fucking day and then come home and use a sleep bar to put you to bed with a full body massage?
That sounds amazing. God, you're a good husband.
Jesus, good to be the mayor of Sara Town.
love you.
And on that note, your drink is empty. Mine's about empty. We're going to end this shit. Obviously, everyone here on Stories and Cocktails learned a very important lesson. Be the mayor. It's good to be the king or the queen. All right, everybody, just know right now I'm about to leave my hotel room. It's 110 degrees in Vegas. I'm in flip-flops. We're going to walk 67 miles to get $60. It's going to cost me $542 because my wife is a math teacher. Cheers.
Hey everyone, this episode ain't over yet. We have an update from Vegas.
Hey friends, I wanted to take the time to thank each and every one of you for listening to our stupid little drunk show, especially those who were kind enough to go on Venmo and throw a couple bucks our way to buy us a round of drinks at Stories and Cocktails. And if you want to help out the show, subscribe, like, and comment on whatever streaming platform you use, or all of them. Jesus, I sound like a 12-year-old YouTuber. And if you do buy us a round of cocktails, I promise we will put those drinks to good use and give you a shout out on a future episode. All right, thanks folks, and let's get back to the shit show.
Okay, patrons, you've been to this bar before. You know it's cocktail hour again. Are we doing shots or what?
Hey, we're back. We survived a little trip in time 2 years ago, baby.
Oh, we did. That was a fun little jaunt back into 2022.
Yeah, it did make me feel like a dick.
It did?
Yeah, no, when I heard it, I'm like, boy, I kind of was a dick.
So you know now why I don't work.
Yeah, and I know why you kind of hate me sometimes.
You know, we just got back from Vegas and I
Again?
was just, do we go to Vegas every July?
We do, because you don't work in July, but we go to Vegas every July.
I guess we do. It was hot there.
So the cool part about Vegas, because I like to break things like records, and we broke the world record in Vegas. 120 degrees, the hottest recorded temperature in Vegas. We were there, standing outside at a Topgolf, hitting balls into the grass while
yeah.
it was 120 degrees.
No, I was laughing at us 2 years ago because 2022, Rob, he's like, it's 110 degrees outside. And I was like, ha, 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 2024, Rob, just dragged me out in 120 degree heat. So, I mean, I would have taken that 10 degrees cooler.
Yeah, that would have been much better.
It turns out we don't do much different stuff. Vegas in July, 2 years ago, Vegas now.
The only thing that's changed is how hot it is.
Well, a couple other things have changed. I got broken.
You did.
Y'all broke me this last trip to Vegas.
Was it the temperature that broke you, or was it a younger woman?
It was a little 95-pound, 37-year-old. She was like a little pixie, like a little Tinkerbell.
A little nymph.
From Stockton. Yeah. And she broke me. This last episode 2 years ago, you're just like, yeah, Sarah doesn't want to do anything that she doesn't want to do. And I took pride in
No,
that.
I didn't say you don't want to do. I said you do not do anything you don't want to do.
Yeah, no.
Definitive.
That sort of became my banner, like,
Yeah.
you can ask me, I'm not going to do it.
This bitch ain't going to do it.
I'm not going to fucking do anything I don't want to do. Like, that was really, I was really hanging my hat on that. Like, that was part of my personality,
Solid.
part of my identity.
Right.
And then next thing I know, we spent a really fun day at the pool, the Lazy River in MGM.
Cabana at number 8.
Yeah. And we had this great time. And then, I'd say, okay, after a good cabana day, I like nothing more than about 16 hours of sleep.
That's the general idea.
Yeah, you just go back up to the hotel room while it's still light outside and you pass out And then, yeah, about 16 hours later, you wake up in time for lunch.
Now, let me ask you. I have
breakfast.
one question here. Yeah, no fucking breakfast. So after Cabana Day, do you fuck and then pass out, or do you pass out and then get fucked? Like, what is the order for you in Sara Town? Or do you not know?
I don't know. Yeah. I was like, I don't know. You tell me. I hope it's pleasurable for you. I mean, if I can't remember it, you know what I'm saying?
We both enjoyed it.
Well, all of this got interrupted. Like, we have our routines.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
leave the pool. We pass
fucking
out.
pass out, or we pass out.
Yeah,
Who
we
knows?
don't. Who knows? Only you. Only you know. You do know. But just I don't need to know at this point. I say to you, like, you got consent.
These are the wonderful secrets of marriage, everybody.
Oh, yeah. So that is our routine. But somehow, like I said, it got interrupted. We had alcohol in our room. And why any of us thought we needed more alcohol is beyond my comprehension. I've never left the pool ever and thought, I could use one more drink. But next thing I know, we've got my brother and his friend in our hotel room because
We have the booze.
we're going to drink more alcohol. 10 years ago, I probably would have been right with her. I would have been like, yeah, let's rally. Let's go out. I wasn't. And I'm doing my thing. Like, Sarah doesn't do what Sarah doesn't want to do. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna do shit.
I'm not doing anything. I think I even like rudely like got in bed while they were still there. I'm just like, hey, you guys can keep drinking, have at it. I'm going to bed. Next thing I know, she's looking at us and which suitcase is yours? And she's opening, and you tell her, thank you very much. That one's Sarah's. Help yourself. And she's opening the suitcase and she's pulling things out. And she's like, this is cute. This is cute. And then she's telling me, you wouldn't have packed it if you weren't planning on wearing it. Put it on. And with just 95 pounds, she has the strength of like an Iron Man. She's pulling me out of bed. She's dressing me like I'm a toddler. I still have my bikini bottoms on, but I have this dress on. And I am just like, this is ridiculous. I'm not going out.
Well, I
I'm
knew you
not
were in trouble
doing
when I
it.
walked in the bathroom and she was curling your hair, which your hair looked amazing, by the way. I was like, damn, girl, are you a hairstylist?
That was okay, but that was after she kidnapped me and we came back. So I was like, I'm not going out. And I don't really know what happened. This is part of the whole pool blackout thing. Like, I lose time. So next thing I know, she's pulled me out of my bed. I'm in this dress with my wet bikini bottoms still on. She's dragging me down the hallway to her room because that's where she wants to finish getting me ready because that's where her curling
You
iron
got to do your glam up.
I don't really know. Next thing I know, I'm in my brother's room and her room, and I'm sitting on the floor and she's curling my hair. And I realize I don't have a key to get back into my room. And I can't even get to your floor without the key. You got a key up to the elevator, and I don't have my phone. I'm looking at my brother and I'm like, hey, I can't get back to my own room where I'm going because I'm not going out.
As fast as I can.
Yeah. And like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know how I got here. I don't know why my hair is being curled. It's fucking filthy. I'm still in my bathing suit. I haven't even rinsed off from the fucking pool. I still have Las Vegas piss on me from the pool. Please let me go. Release me.
It was my piss. I pissed in the pool.
And so, you're my brother. Take kindness upon me and let me go. He starts laughing. I'm like, no, call Rob and tell him he's got to come and get me. I don't have a key. Call Rob. Tell him he's got to get me. So finally, I think, okay, my brother has taken pity. He dials you up and he's on the phone and he says to you, yeah, no, Rob, she's just getting ready. She's getting her hair curled real quick. Yeah, go ahead, jump in the shower. I'm like, oh, he gets to fucking shower. You know, get ready. We'll meet you in 15 minutes or something. And you fuckers, you guys conspired against me. You guys were accessories to my abduction. So when you found us in the bathroom, we came back.
No, you guys came back to get me and we had more shots to take.
Oh my God. Well, and then she realized that she has to curl my hair a second time because my hair doesn't hold a curl. So that's
Does
why
not.
we're in our bathroom getting my hair curled a second time. She's trying to put lashes on me. You and Skylar, again, you guys are just co-conspirators in all of this. Instead of saving me, instead of just saying, put the poor 48-year-old woman to bed. She's fucking done. She's tired.
She's tired.
Put her to
She's been
bed.
taking Jello shots all day long at the cabana.
Instead of doing that, you guys are looking at me and you guys are like, oh, your hair's never looked better.
You look
Your hair
fabulous.
looks
Let's
so
go out.
great. Let's go out. Fuck all of you. Fuck all of you.
I laughed because, there was a moment there where I could have saved you. I could have said like, hey, y'all, she's done, and just grabbed you. And there was that moment where you were just outside the door in the hallway of the hotel and they had you and you were taken.
Yeah.
and I was like, this is too funny. I just left you to them because this little girl was handling you, man.
She was.
Trying to glue lashes on you and shit. It was fucking hilarious.
I was totally taken by my brother, and who's someone, super close to and I trust. And yet he betrayed my trust and took me. You let him, you basically gave me away. You're just like, let her go.
That's fine.
Yeah, I would like some quiet time in this hotel room.
Yeah, I'll just chill out.
Yeah, I need a nap.
Yeah, took a nice nap in the shower. I was like, oh, you're back. Time to go out?
And then the nicest, most adorable, sweetest, little, like I said, like a little pixie, like a little magical pixie. She's just adorable all day long. And then really, all of a sudden,
She's like, I want to go out.
So strong physically and just strong willfully that she just wouldn't take no for an answer. And even my hair was trying to tell her, like,
next
no.
thing you know, you're walking down the strip in 120 degrees.
This hair is like, no, I don't curl. And she's like, the fuck you don't. Like, your hair is going to curl.
Yeah, she made your hair curl.
And yeah, next thing I know, I'm walking. And who's propping me up? Again, this tiny little sprite is just propping me up. And in the meantime, with me fighting her, just the entire time, just trying to run, just really trying to run away.
Too drunk to run.
And as she's keeping me captive and curling my hair, somehow in all of that, she managed to make herself look fabulous too. Like, I don't know when, but all of a sudden I looked at her and I'm like, oh shit, your makeup is flawless. Your hair is curled. You have this beautiful dress on. Like, I had all these opportunities to get away while you were making yourself look fabulous. Like, what happened? How did I not escape?
But it worked out. We got you down the strip and then you had a new plan.
Oh yeah.
You're like, okay, I'm not going to 4 fucking clubs tonight.
No.
I'm not doing speakeasies. I'm not going to do shit. You found the fastest restaurant you could.
The Hard Rock
Cafe. You went in there. We ate as many carbs as we could.
Oh yeah, I was.
And then you ran. You ditched them.
I was like, fuck you guys. If you guys are going to make me come out,
they went to the bathroom and you said, let's go. We just walked out of dinner.
Yeah.
You bailed them.
Yeah. No, I finally had to get away. I sat down. I ordered all of the shit at Hard Rock, sliders, nachos. I don't even eat shrimp. We ordered shrimp. I'm like, here, you guys, eat some fried shrimp. Anything to slow you fuckers down. That's really what I was doing. I was like, hey, what's the greasiest stuff you have on the menu? I need to slow these fuckers down. So you guys ate all the shrimp. We shared a couple sliders. So once I fattened you guys up and slowed you down, that's when I saw my chance. I was like, I'm fucking going.
I'm out of here.
Yeah. So then I got a text because it wasn't that they went to the bathroom. I said, I'm going to the bathroom. And I did grab you. And then we were about halfway back to the hotel and I got a text from my brother. He's like, are you guys okay? Like, where'd you go? You can't still be in the bathroom. I was like, ha ha ha, we're almost back to the hotel. I'm going to bed.
Fuck you. We're gone.
Yeah.
Youth be damned. We're not doing it, man. Yeah. We're going to sleep.
I was like, you go clubbing. You go, you go
you
do
stay
it.
up all night, old man. We're out of here.
Exactly. Exactly. So listening to that old segment, I want to revisit that for a minute.
Oh.
We did paint my classroom.
Yes.
But you did this thing. So we call you Extreme Rob because you're all in or you're all out. Right?
True.
So you were all in. You're like, we're going to take 8 days to do it. We're going to tape it. We're going to prime it. You were going to make it look good. I got a little bit of a head start. I got there before you. And I was like, okay, I'll go buy the shit from Home Depot. I'll meet you in my classroom. So you got there and you're like, you didn't buy the right stuff. And then you looked at me and you're like, you already started painting without taping. So now, because I wasn't all in Rob Kreider style, now you're all out. You're like, well, you've already fucked it up. You already painted one little spot pretty well, I might add.
I thought it was shitty.
Without taping it. So you're just like, fuck it. I guess we're just going to do this shitty then.
Let's just slop this on.
And so your part that you did ended up being the worst part in the whole classroom. It was so fucked up. I knew exactly where you painted. Like, it turns out you need the tape. That's why you're so anal. You need the tape. You need all of the precautions.
Primer.
Yeah.
2 coats. I need all that stuff. I need good brushes.
Was able to cut in pretty well. Like, I got a pretty precise hand with the paintbrush. I didn't need the tape. But as soon as you're like, oh, we're not taping, we'll just slop it on. So your part looked like shit, which I guess checks out since you were so shitty about my career anyway.
Yeah, I'm like, she's a bad teacher. Why even paint this room? What are we even doing this for?
So it was my last year and I was going all out. I was like, okay, it's my last year. I'm going to paint this classroom. I'm going to make it look so good. This is going to be my best year ever. I'm just going to go out.
Farewell tour.
Yeah, I'm going to go out like teacher of the year. And really, you painting the classroom so shittily, it was like a premonition because you were like, I'm going to stroke out in November and you're going to have to take MFLA.
Yeah. You're not going to be able to really be a good teacher this year because I'm going to go to the hospital. You're going to probably have to take some time off to feed me.
You're in the fucking hospital, having this near-death experience, a stroke. And you're looking at me and you're like, oh, you're missing another day of school. I told you you're a shitty teacher. Did you?
Are you going in the dock? You don't even make money.
Are you even paying attention to the substitute days? I mean, did you put in good plans?
Did you do lesson plans?
What is with you? Why aren't you at work? Of course, you're saying it like your face at this point is still a little droopy. So you're like, why aren't you?
I don't think you think you gave sub plans. No subplans. These kids are suffering. No one's going to learn any math.
So yeah, you really tanked my last year of
I got
teaching.
some math for you. How much fucking money you losing by being in this hospital right now?
And I know I sound really, really, really insensitive. It's like, man, he had a stroke and she's making fun of it.
Poor fucker.
But this last episode that we just listened to, you probably shouldn't record shit because you can look back on it and have a lot more opinions. So it's not that I'm insensitive to the fact that you had a stroke, but I kind of am because 2 years ago, we fucking saw it coming.
Well, I was a bit of a dick.
No, 2 years ago, you're like, yeah, and I was just chewing medicine like they were candies trying to stay out of the hospital. Yeah, that wasn't vertigo. Those were little pre-strokes you
No,
were having.
I was having some small strokes. Yes. Yeah.
And
Probably shouldn't have been in a race car.
Probably not. Yeah. So
It all worked out.
it's funny how, they say hindsight is 2020. Oh boy, it's rough when you just have drunken recordings of yourself.
Yeah. This is an audio scrapbook of our drunken life.
Yeah, an audio diary.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm still a national champion. Even if I was having a little problem with my brain.
all right, honey, it's Fresno in July. It's not 120 degrees, but like it was in Vegas, but it's still hot. I need to turn the AC back on.
We've had our fun. Let's raise a glass.
We got to end this shit.
And
Cheers.
And that was Last Call. You did it. You survived an episode of Stories and Cocktails. But did Rob or Sarah's liver survive the show? I don't know. Tune into the next episode to find out, to enjoy some more stories and some more cocktails. By the way, if you want to support the debauchery of the show, then buy the host their next round by Venmoing a couple of gold doubloons at Stories and Cocktails. Back in the day, a gold doubloon was only 4 Spanish dollars. Who knew? Well, folks, I'll be right here behind the bar, cleaning the glassware and awaiting your return to the Stories and Cocktails podcast. Cheerio, friends.
If you enjoy hearing Rob Kreider's different humor columns here on the Stories and Cocktails podcast, then I promise you will love his novel, Cadet Blues. Cadet Blues is Rob's hilarious tell-all about desperately trying to survive the shock and awe boot camp-style training at the California Highway Patrol Academy. People from all different walks of life have come to love this book because Cadet Blues is simply a crazy good read. Heartfelt, inspiring, and damn funny. It's available in paperback through Amazon, eBay, or cadetblues.com, where you can get free shipping and a personalized autographed book. Or you can download a digital copy of Cadet Blues from Amazon Kindle, Barnes & Noble Nook, or Apple iBooks. Do yourself a favor and check out the novel, Cadet Blues.